In this video, we are going to solve problem C prefix minimum and suffix max from latest Codeforces round 1034. Before watching the video, you should read the problem statement by yourself at first. So in this problem, we are given an array A of distinct integer and we have to print a binary string of length n. There is given some operation that we can make. So the operation are we can take any suffix of the array and replace it with the minimum number of the suffix. For this part, if I want to take this prefix, so if prefix, I can replace it with 1 because 1 is the minimum number in this part. Or we can take suffix and replace it with its maximum number. In this part, we can replace it with 10 because 10 is the most maximum number in this part. After doing this operation, if I can transform the whole array to a of I, then for this index we will print 1, otherwise 0. And to solve this problem, at first we will make a prefix minimum array and suffix maximum array. If the current element is equal to the prefix minimum or the current element is equal to suffix maximum, the answer will be 1 or otherwise 0. If I want to explain why this happened, then for this example I can explain it. If for this element 10, I can take this suffix part and transform the whole part, this part, to 10 because it's the most maximum number. This will be 10, and this part I can take a prefix and it doesn't matter actually what is it. Let's say it's x. Then the array will look like this. Now if x is greater than 10, let's say x is 14, or x can be less than 10, then let's say x is 4, then the array will look like this. In both cases, we can convert the whole array. We can convert the whole array to 10 in this case and also in this case. In this case, we can take the suffix and write it as 10. In this case, we can take prefix of the whole array and write it down as 10. If I want to explain for another index, let's explain it for 2. For 2, we can take this prefix, but in this case, there is a problem. If I take this suffix part, then the suffix of this part is 1, but it says that I said that we have to transform the whole array to a of I. Now if I take this suffix, then I have to write it down 1 because it is the minimum number in this suffix. Sorry, the in prefix. But I want 2 to 2 in the array. So if I take suffix of this part, it will not help. So let's take the suffix of it. If I take suffix of 2, this part, I have to replace it with 10. Again, it will not help me because 2, it is removing 2 and replacing with 10. If 2 doesn't remain in the array, then we can't replace the whole array to it. So in this case, it will not be possible to transform the whole array to this value. This is what I do for this example. At first, I take the suffix minimum and then prefix maximum. If any of them is equal to the current value, then I print 1 or otherwise I print 0. For 2, as I explained, none of them is equal to the suffix minimum or prefix maximum. So for that reason I print 0. And for 10, as I explained, it is equal to the suffix minimum and also the prefix maximum. So for this reason I print 1. If I want to show you the code, this is the array that I make. This is prefix minimum and this is suffix maximum. Here I store the the prefix minimum, and here I store the suffix maximum. And if any of the current element is equal to minimum or maximum, then I print 1 or otherwise 0.